Hello everybody, Arayvenn here, and welcome back to Let's Play Bastion. We're picking up right where we left off at the Bastion. Let's go ahead and head north so we can pick ourselves a new stage. Right, so now we have two new stages to pick from. We have the Sundown Path and the Melting Pot. Up north is the Proving Ground, which we talked about. There is no specific way that you need to take or anything, but the Sundown Path does have more fragments. It actually has a ton of fragments to collect, and since we're going to have a forge soon, we're going to want those fragments, so we're going to go here.
Kid's been down the path enough times that it's feeling real familiar.
Anyways, this stage is a little bit different than the others, and you'll see why pretty soon.
But then,
this is why.
Somebody gets to the core.
Yeah, somebody beat us to the core.
The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt can bring the whole place
Pretty
down.
much you just want to plow through this area.
Fragments of the old world.
Only killing mandatory enemies because the floor is collapsing on you. And look at all the fragments we're collecting. Like, there's just a ton.
Stray valuables are lying everywhere.
In order to get past here, you need to kill this turret.
It's all fired up. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Sky bridges link the path together.
Now we come to the sky bridges.
One of them bridges whips the
Anyway,
kid
somebody else taking the core tells us a few things. First of all, somebody else survived.
Air travel always was an iffy.
And the second thing it tells us is that somebody else is looking for the cores.
The calamity changed everything. Even when the wind
But if
blows.
they're not at the Bastion, why could they need the cores? Is there another reason for the cores, or another use that the narrator didn't tell us about?
Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again.
Well,
Who else could have taken
all
the
these
core?
will be answered in due time.
Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag.
I hate
by
these
mistake.
scumbags.
Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core.
Also, I don't believe I've mentioned this, but gas fellas come out of these crates, and if you can kill the crates before they spawn, you've killed the gas fella. Oops, that was an accident. Let's just move on. Screw the turrets.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path.
Now here we come across a hand grenade.
Find time to find
You
it.
can use the right trigger to throw it. Throw it right here. Give it a little test.
It's wise to toss those things plenty far away.
There we go.
Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time
Oh
to
god,
time.
there's so many
They
gas
get
fellas
real
here.
cranky when we wake 'em up.
And not a lot of like space to move around and dodge them. There we go.
In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Yeah, that is a good question. So unfortunately for doing that stage, you don't get a core, but we still got a ton of fragments, so that's good. Maybe the narrator can tell us why somebody else is looking for the cores. I guess we can try to ask him. Alright, sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical hiccup. Anyways, we can't actually ask the narrator anything, so all we can really, infer from that is that somebody else has survived that isn't also the narrator, and they're collecting cores for an unknown reason. Anyways, we still have quite a bit of time left, so let's go ahead and do another stage. The only stage actually available that isn't a Proving Ground is the Melting Pot. I actually like this stage quite a bit. Let's go ahead and do it. Now the Melting Pot is a little bit more standard compared to the Sundown Path, but it's covered in stabweed. These plants here, don't touch them, they hurt.
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stabweeds.
It is possible to like attack them though, and they won't break, and you can get fragments from them. Oh,
Blasted things hurt like a broken heart.
yeah, they really do. Anyways, over here we have something nasty. This is an upgrade material for the Fang Repeater. Once you grab it, the squirt's gonna spawn. There we go. Okay, so here you just want to use your bow to get by the stabweed. I guess you could use your hammer too, but it knocks you around like that.
If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
And look, the core's right there.
Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
Yeah, and as we found out earlier, you can't break those. So here we're gonna get a new spell, trip mines. I don't find them too useful, but they're okay for the upcoming
Some of the
section.
stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
Now, before you actually hit that switch, what you're going to want to do is try to clear this area up as much as possible. What's going to happen when you hit the switch is a bunch of monsters are going to spawn, and then it's pretty much just a time trial until the cage lifts and you can grab the core. There's like no monster limit or anything. It is actually based on time. It's not like, oh, once you kill a certain amount of monsters, the cage will lift. No, it is a time trial, so just clearing all this makes it a little bit easier. I guess you could go ahead and... I don't know if you can actually break the stabweed here. Oh, you can. So you could go ahead and clear all this, but the thing is the stabweed also hurts enemies, so I'm going to leave it just in case it comes to my advantage.
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I'm sure nothing.
Quite a bit, as it turns out.
We get a ton of fragments though, so that's good.
Cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in.
Now, something to note is that some of these enemies will actually spawn friendly to you. Squirts and gas fellows alike. At first, it's only squirts. See, like this guy, he's friendly.
Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense.
Yep, but like I just said, it's not only squirts.
Judging
Anything
by the
can spawn
movement of the
friendly.
cage, it's gonna take a little while.
Doesn't take too long. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but some of these gas fellows are already just like running into the stabweed and killing themselves. So that's like the only reason I'm leaving some of it around. Because I'm pretty bad with stabweed. I tend to roll into it a lot.
Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers.
Even some scumbag did on the action. I don't think scumbags can spawn friendly though. At least I've never had one spawn friendly.
Even some gas fellas take his corner.
Yeah, now the gas
Birdies
fellows.
pop that mean old foreman.
Okay, so pretty much everything is dead now. Just waiting for the cage.
At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes. Maybe 30.
Yeah, it's definitely not 30. It is going to be a little bit longer. Even some turrets spawn here. I don't believe turrets can spawn friendly either. So you know what? Maybe it is.
Real territorial around the core.
Maybe it's only squirts and gas fellows. I'll try to confirm
Then a
that.
shipment of free samples shows up.
Also, you don't really have to be too careful here or anything because a lot of healing tonics spawn, and these little green things which heal you, but barely.
One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
Now, like I said earlier, you don't actually have to kill everything here. Pretty soon the cage is going to lift and I'll be able to grab the core. But I still do suggest you kill everything here, just for the XP. Because we're almost at...
Troublesome scene, to be sure.
We're almost at the levels where spirits start actually, you know, getting pretty useful. I'm not saying that the spirits we have now are bad, it's just that they do get a lot better. Also, the game does kind of try to get you to use your trip mines here.
A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. You give or take a few seconds.
Anyways, like I was saying, the game tries to, like they promote using
reach.
your trip mines here. I don't like it.
And done.
I mean, like here. Let me demo a trip mine for you. There we go. See, so it does a lot of damage. It's pretty much a one-hit kill for anything around it, but I just don't like it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and grab the core now.
He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Before we leave, though, I'm just gonna finish off these guys for the XP. Alright, now that all this is dead, we can just head right over here and flick the switch.
I still remember the look on his face after that one.
Alright, so now we can actually build another building, what seems like the last one, but you can actually build more than 3.
The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Exactly. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you can guess what we're going to build. There's only one thing we can build right now, and that's a forge. Alright, now we actually have some upgrading materials, so let's go ahead and see what we can do.
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
Right, so we have the something nasty that we just picked up for the Fang Repeater. Let's use that. We can either increase the ammo capacity by 8, or 55% faster reload. I don't use the Fang Repeater too often. There are times where I will switch it out for the bow, or I will switch out the bow for the Fang Repeater rather. I prefer the ammo capacity, so that's what I'm gonna grab.
Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them.
And we also picked up something sharp for the War Machete quite a while ago. I'm probably never gonna use the War Machete, but we'll upgrade anyways. We can either increase critical hit chance by 20%, or we can make it so that the War Machete deals damage over time. Like I said, I never used the War Machete, so I guess it really doesn't matter, but damage over time sounds nice to me, so let's grab that.
A little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light.
Yep. Alright, so that's pretty much all we're gonna get done in this video. I guess in the next one we'll start working on the new world. I'll see you guys then.